Hey guys, welcome to a new sewing video. I'm making a summer dress today and I am tackling a rather notorious pattern, if I understand correctly. I looked up reviews of this one before I set out to make it, and apparently this pattern here that I want to use with this beautiful versatile dress with tie straps on the top that should allow you to wear it like 6 different ways just doesn't work. I have seen loads of reviews online of this pattern and people experience all kinds of different problems with it. So this is one to be careful with. I'm still gonna do it though. I love this pattern. I already bought it before I knew how notorious it was. And I think this could be a really cute dress. However, I'm not just gonna jump into this and make it and hope for the best. We're gonna approach this one a little bit differently. First of all, my fabric. I have this gorgeous, light and airy green fabric with daisies on it. Adorable, really cute. I think this will be perfect for summer. It feels like a very cool fabric to wear on hot days. And yeah, I really like this fabric for that pattern. You could make this pattern more formal if you use a thicker, maybe shinier fabric, something a little bit more luxurious. I want to go for a very light and airy summer dress type of feel with this. So this fabric I think is going to be perfect for that. I decided to cut out the pattern pieces and do a paper pattern fitting. Now, one issue that many people had with this pattern is that it was very tight around the bust. The measurements just don't match up. Right here it says the measurements for the finished garment and it's just incorrect. A size 12, which is what I have here, should be 90 centimeters, but when you measure this, no slack in this pattern currently, or very little, it only measures 87 maybe. I can already tell that it is indeed going to be too small. I think this is going to be a problem on me. What I'm considering doing now is just adding some length here on the side of this pattern, right here. Grading it out like that so that I can scrunch it up here a little bit more. This will stay the same. This width will stay the same. The neckline won't get wider, but I will have a little bit more room at the bottom here so that I can bunch that up a little bit and get a little bit more room. And hopefully that is enough. And that should fix it, because I do think that the midriff here looks fine. The ties look fine to me. Some people complained that the ties were comically large. I don't mind that. I like a big sleeve. I like a statement on the shoulders. I don't mind that. Before we move on, I wanted to take a moment to talk about today's sponsor. I am very happy to be working with Function of Beauty again for this video. I absolutely adore Function of Beauty. I'm sure you guys have heard me talk about them so many times. I honestly attribute a lot of the way my hair looks right now to these products. I feel like they really pulled my hair up when it needed it most. And it has been a long time since my hair has looked this healthy and felt this healthy. If you're unfamiliar with the brand, Function of Beauty makes customizable hair care products. I have been using their shampoo and conditioner for years now. It has been years. Wow, I can hardly believe it. You can customize everything from the color to the scent to the ingredients. How it works is there is a little quiz on their website that you take. You fill in your hair profile, so the texture and hair type that you have. Then you select a couple of hair goals, so things that you want to work towards with your hair care. And then you select your fragrance, your color, and you choose the name that you would like them to print on the bottle. Because the bottles always come with your name printed on them, which I think is just the cutest touch and I absolutely adore. So this is actually a new set for me. My previous set is on its last leg. Tiny little bit of shampoo left. They always last me a really long time, but I'm very happy to have it back up already. And for this one, I chose my favorite scent, True Lavender. It's a very pleasant lavendery herbalish scent, and just, oh, I love this scent so much. My hair goals for this time are to hydrate, lengthen, replenish hair, soothe scalp, and strengthen. So I'm still very much on a kind of rejuvenating journey, trying to make my hair healthier and more hydrated. And the profile I chose, as always, straight, fine, and oily hair. I've also been using, this is one that I got in this set, but I started using this straight away, the serum. And I do believe this is actually the first time I'm ever using a hair serum. I've been using their leave-in conditioner for a long time now. I love that stuff. But this is a serum and it just makes your hair that little bit extra shiny. It also has that lavender scent that I adore. But I like just running this through my ends. And it makes my hair so shiny. Gets rid of any frizz that I might have. Look. Oh, so shiny. Function of Beauty products are all vegan, cruelty-free, paraben-free, toxin-free, GMO-free, and sulfate-free as well. Nothing's tested on animals. And they use post-consumer recycled plastic for their packaging. All ingredients abide by EU regulations and are dermatologist tested. I honestly can't imagine ever going back to using drugstore shampoo since I've been using custom. My hair has just improved so much. Function of Beauty are kindly offering my viewers 20% off of your first purchase if you click the link in the description box below. Definitely go check them out. I can highly recommend them. They have been my holy grail hair products. I honestly, all the stuff I use for my hair right now is Function of Beauty and I absolutely love it. I'm very, very happy to have them as a returning sponsor on my channel. So I want to give a massive thank you to Function of Beauty for once again supporting this video. Check them out in the link below and let's continue with sewing. Another thing about this pattern, apparently, is that the instructions are just plain horrible and you'd better not follow them. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna not follow the instructions and simply construct this dress. It consists of only 5 pattern pieces, including the skirt. It looks very straightforward to assemble, honestly. And I have read through the instructions and they do make it more complicated than I think it needs to be. They also tell you to make the bodice, then attach the skirt to the bodice, and only then make the lining and line the bodice with the skirt already on, which just seems very inconvenient way to do things. So I'm not gonna do that. I'm just gonna make my entire bodice, then attach my skirt, do my zipper and everything. Yeah, I'm gonna start with the bodice itself. So the bodice consists of these 2 pieces that come up right here, and then the center bit up top, which is the one that I have altered and made a little bit bigger. So I'm gonna attach this first and then work on the front, the center, the top, the other part. Here is my front top. I have stitched between the 2 dots on the pattern. I moved, of course, my dot out by the same amount that I lengthened it. So I should have more room for gathering here than is on the original pattern. And I'm now going to attach that. So it should come out looking a little something like this then. And that should be my front bodice done. I have a front and a back. They are kind of attached. I was only supposed to attach them with like half a seam, but I should be able to tell now whether this will fit or not. So I'm just gonna go ahead and drape it on my mannequin. Not bad, I think. There is definitely more room than there was when I first draped it. I'm actually thinking there might be a bit too much room even in this midriff section. I might do a fitting on my body before I attach the lining to this, because that's going to make it harder to do any alterations, but so far I'm pretty happy with it. A zipper is going to go in on this side. That's why it's still open. Looks good, I think. Let's try it on me. Okay, my bodice is lined. There we go. It looks alright, I must say. There is just one kind of weird thing with it. In the back, there is this little pocket of just extra fabric. And I'm not sure what to do with that. I'm probably gonna regret this, but I think I'm just gonna leave it for now and see how it looks when the dress is finished, and then figure out how to deal with that. So I'm gonna leave the bodice for now. It does have kind of the same thing in the front as well. I think it's just the shape of that point, which is on a bias and probably stretched out a little bit. Anyways, the skirt is nearly finished as well. I sewed all the skirt pieces together into one long panel. Oh, there we go. And now I just need to gather up my gathers to the right size, attach it to the bodice, and then sew in a zipper. Here we have it, the final dress. It is finished. I honestly must say, guys, I think this may be one of my favorite dresses I've ever made, which is very unexpected. I think it turned out fantastic, honestly. Just looking at it right now, I love the fabric. I think it works really well with this material. It feels so soft and light. It barely feels like I'm even wearing anything. It is so comfortable and soft. I absolutely love the fabric, as in the color and the print. I think that works wonderfully again with this dress, the type of dress. I feel like it came out very playful and summery. I love the length, and yeah, I'm a huge fan of this dress, honestly. But I think that is only because I went into this warned and I knew what things to look out for, and that I just should not follow the instructions, which I'm very, very glad that I did, because the instructions were indeed kind of weird. I'm also very glad that I added those extra 4 centimeters to the bust area, because now it fits perfectly, which means that if I hadn't added those 4 centimeters, it would not have fit at all. That little extra bit of fabric that I had in the back, it's still there, but it became a lot less obvious when I attached the skirt. So I think, honestly, I'm probably just gonna leave it like this. I don't know if I can be bothered at this point to take the whole thing apart, including the lining, and trying to fix that. I don't think it is bad enough that you can tell, and it is, you know, it's not super noticeable. I think this is one of the occasions where my bad posture kind of works in my favor. One thing I did do to the back that I haven't mentioned yet, I think, is I took this bottom section, the midriff section in the back, and I cut out a little triangle to make it a little bit tighter towards the waist. So I did cinch the waist a little bit, but all in all, I adore it. I absolutely love the top and how you can tie it in all of these different ways. The pattern itself shows you 4 different ways to tie it. So it starts with the obvious kind of ties up top, on top of the shoulders like this. But then you can also tie your ties in the front. That leaves you with a little bit of almost like a cap sleeve in a way. So you just pull the back bit over your shoulder and then you tie it in the front by wrapping the front tie around so that they are more or less the same length, and then tying it like that. Third option is to wear it strapless, and then you just tie both ties under the armpits. And the fourth option is a one shoulder option where you have one tie under the armpit and one tie on top of the shoulder, which looks really, really cute as well. And then the fifth option that you can also do, it's not mentioned in the pattern, but you can also do an off-shoulder version by just tying it off-shoulder. Yeah. And I think that looks really cute as well. And I'm sure there are even more different ways that you could tie this, but I love the look of all of these, although I do think that just on top of the shoulders is my favorite look. I kind of like how this does little cowl neck thing when you do it like that. In the pattern reviews that I read, some people mentioned that it was quite hard to tie the ties on yourself. That's not my experience. I only needed a couple minor adjustments to take this from a pattern of horrors to something I really love. And once again, I'm very happy with my results. I actually really like the size of these bows. I think they're perfect. I don't think they are too large at all. Oh, by the way, something else that I deviated from the pattern with is my zipper. You're supposed to use a blind zipper. I used a contrasting normal zipper. So my zipper is quite prominent, but I couldn't find a blind zipper on the website that I was ordering from when I was ordering this fabric. So I just decided to go for whatever zipper they had, and they didn't have a very wide range of green, so I decided to go with a contrasting color rather than a slightly different shade of green, which would have just annoyed me. So yeah, I decided to go for this creamy white, and I think it works quite well. I'm not bothered by it. I can honestly say I think this will be one of my new favorite summer dresses. It is so comfortable. I think it's adorable. I love all the different ways that I can wear it, and it's a good dress. It is a good dress. And I was able to actually make almost the whole thing. This morning I just slip stitched the lining and I inserted the zipper, and if I had done that by machine, not by hand, that would have been a lot faster as well. So honestly, I think I could have done this in a day maybe. That is where I'm gonna end the video, guys. I'm really curious if any of you have attempted to sew this pattern, and if so, how did it turn out? I really hope you enjoyed this video, guys. If you did, don't forget to give a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel for lots more beauty, fashion, sewing and lifestyle content. I want to give another massive thank you to Function of Beauty for sponsoring today's video. Don't forget to check out the link in the description box. There's another video here that I think you might also enjoy if you go watch next. Thank you so much for watching, guys, and I'll see you very soon in my next video. Bye!